Hello and good evening, and welcome to what will be Disco Elysium. Just having a slight delay on starting because when I tried to go to my dashboard to keep track of comments on my tablet, the app insisted on an update, which it is now installing. So if I were to actually go into the game, I wouldn't be able to see anyone's comments, which would be terrible. So, watching the installing screen go. In any case, this is the 9th episode of my playing through Disco Elysium, and I have actually made it to the second day somehow at last. And I am confronted with, well, the Union is here. It is in the meeting room, and I can either stop and talk to them, or I can try sneaking around and hope that they're still there later to talk to. This was definitely not what I was planning to do with my Tuesday in this game. But I don't really want to take chances that they'll leave before I come back from exploring the secret passage that I found just at the very end of Monday night in the game. So I think I am going to try to speak to them, and I will hope that that Measurehead is still guarding the gate over at the dockyards, because if there's one thing that I want to do, it's avoid speaking to Measurehead ever again. He's deeply unpleasant on many levels, and all of them are racist. So I just don't want to deal with that NPC ever again, and I'm going to somehow find my way onto the roof of the Whirling in Rags to get into the dockyards, just to avoid ever having to talk to him again. And this app is still installing. This is something that I should have checked earlier today, apparently. A bit embarrassing on the actually doing it. But rather than babbling on a unmoving, unanimated screen, I think I'm just going to start playing the game, and if there are any comments, well, I will see them once this has finished updating. So, don't fall asleep on me now, tablet. Alright, let's get this game going. So, not what I'd had planned, but let's do this. And look, here's the gardener who was definitely spying on us. And who was definitely spying on us for the Union.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
You know, she was a lot nicer yesterday. Her entire character is shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. Okay, the options are, you're the gardener. I knew you were not a gardener. I just wanted to know more about this place before I check it out. That's normal. Which is absolutely the one, the last one is absolutely the one I'm going to go with, because, yes. Ah, and just a moment here. My app has finally finished updating itself, so I can get back into the stream manager so I can see comments. Which, awesome. That only took 10 minutes. That's great. There we go. Alright, I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Oh, great.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Quite honestly, she should be more concerned because, what is a lawyer when there isn't any law? What's your role in all this? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? Or I should talk to Titus then and leave. Let's chase this dialogue tree a bit more, shall we? What's your role? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. All that stuff that Kim told us about the police departments having jurisdiction issues and thus ending up ignoring this place has had very direct consequences. I like it. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. Kim, just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again. Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revocol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Well, now we see where she falls on the issue. Nice of her to be so straightforward now. Titus Hardy. Fuck yeah, the tall, broad-shoulders man takes a sip of his beer. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Oh, this is a lot. Okay, let's see what we have here. The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals? I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Or, yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. I am very tempted to ask what the union's plans are. So why don't I? What are those plans? Look, a comedian. Her expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions. Then get out of Martinez. Drama. Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. Well, I can kinda see where that attitude would be coming from. I'm not going to ask her about the consequences. Okay, I'll talk to Titus then. Well, that was fun. Good talk, good talk. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Mmm, lovely. And there was a whole thing there about her asking Titus to keep a low profile. Interesting. Oh, why is this lit up? What do we have going on? Oh, yes, I agreed to find Morel, the cryptozoologist, who has gone missing looking for a bug that looks like a reed. That might not exist. Okay, let's talk. Actually, no. Let's check out these other two pips and then talk to Titus. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorn bushes outside. Well, alright. I'm not sure how useful any of those were, but let's try talking to Titus then.
This is where you say your bits.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. And a quest has either appeared or updated, and new task, interrogate the vigilantes. Oh, lovely. Vigilantes. Oh, my favorite subclass. Actually, not my favorite subclass, but that's a rant for a different time, probably. Unless they provoke me tonight.
Detective?
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude, or we need to talk about the man hanged out back. Let's not get belligerent. Let's talk about the hanged man.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
Looks pretty rotten, actually.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get all ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, why did I come to talk to these people?
Oh, he's a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Oh, they laugh at their own jokes.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
They're already pretty drunk, which is pretty impressive for 8 o'clock in the morning. Visual calculus success. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? Or I'm going to take off now and leave. Well, visual calculus usually gives me good hints, so let's scan the room. Glenn, starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Theo, sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Elaine, across at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mask Ursamerzen, in his late 30s, early 40s. Encyclopedia success. He spent his youth in Villobos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations. Hard to see what else. The ink is fading. Titus Hardy, and then standard working boots, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. Perception, sight, success. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. Eugene, in the far corner, standard working boots, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? Oh, and then I have the option of where or and the little guy. Let's go with where. Eugene, on his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Drama, success. Let's call this one the musician. Okay, thank you, drama. Helpful as always. And little guy? Shanky. Size 41 with the light step. Not a child after all, an older man with a rat face, mean watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. Fat Angus, oh my. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor and you could easily exceed 220. Oh, XP for that. Visual calculus. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is missing. The odd soul. Visual calculus. Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with the questions. Where's the 8th Hardy? Titus, the fuck is with you, fella? Titus, the fuck is with you, fella? Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. Okay. So, we have already scanned the room, so what's left is the man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? I found 8 set of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy? Or I'm going to take off now. I'm going to ask where the 8th one is. Titus, what are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. He sizes you up. Or what, you want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. Another 5 XP. Actually, boss, we've been talking, and we think she could maybe... Reaction, speed, success. She. So there is an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener? Titus. Shut the fuck up, Glenn, he roars. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? Logic, success. It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too. Kim, so let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy, it's a she, and you don't like us talking about her? Titus, that's right, we're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy boys matter, nothing to do with your shit. And, he points at the lieutenant, you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Kim, good, we're all watching each other. The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. Officer, your question? Well, I can either ask if they did it or take off, and I'm just going to push my luck and ask if they did it. Did you do it? It is. The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Kim, funny, the lieutenant says without a smile, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. Okay, so now we have, why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Why are your boot prints all over the scene? I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. Or you're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet. Well, all of them except for number 3 are good options. So I'm just going to cut straight to the chase and ask them why their boot prints are all over the scene. You mean these boots? He raises his worker boot. Size 46, steel reinforced toe. Yes. We all got a pair. He squints. We wore them night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. He looks you dead in the eye. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene. Reaction speed success. There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could just take them all away. It's too simple. Okay, so now the options are squint your eyes, but there's a catch. Aha, so you just confessed to murder. Or that's it, the game's over, we got the perpetrator. I'm going to go with, but there's a catch. And that completes interrogation. Gained experience 30, leveled up. Elizabeth, there is no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. Rhetoric success. All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. Frankly, in these modern days, the police would just arrest all 7 of them, but I would say that, you know, with just the wreck of my own character and Kim, I don't think we're capable of arresting all 7. Okay, so our options are, you murdered him just like that. No remorse? Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Or why don't I just arrest you and step closer to Titus? That last one seems like the worst possible option, given that his lawyer is standing right there. So I'm going to ask why. Why, he hisses through his teeth. Because he was worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line. In my town. So now the options are, so he was a mercenary, that's it. Or, glad we cleared that up. And I want more clarification. So he was a mercenary, that's it? And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. Good of him to talk so clearly with his jaw like that, then. Kim, what kind of mercenary? Titus, the kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Orange's Special Forces. Ugh. There are so many words that I don't have the context of how you're supposed to pronounce them. Eugene, a live grenade. The man spreads his arms. Right here in our bar. Titus, I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Or, right, but what did he actually do wrong? You know, I'm going to go with, what did he do wrong? Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wiped spittle from his mouth. Rhetoric success. From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? Empathy success. He regrets mentioning it, hopes you didn't notice. Thank you, empathy, but that just makes me more confused. Titus, to kill us all if we didn't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. Eugene, yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. Kim, he grabbed someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Eugene, yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover's Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Okay, it's there, so I'll read it, but I'm sorry. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Okay, so was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped, you said? Or, okay then, now about the man you killed. Include it. No, I'm gonna keep chasing it. Same girl? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Shanky. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot. No, nobody said they got her out. He said he took a wine bottle over the head and didn't fall down, but nothing about getting the girl out. Drama success. There's something odd here. There is indeed something odd here. Rhetoric. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. And I agree, so I am going to go with this new one, which is right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No, there's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Volition failure. There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you. Okay, so... we're back to this question list. So I asked why, so I'm going to ask how. We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper? Shanky, didn't they teach you anything at cop school, idiot? Logic success. This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know. We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Or, right, maybe another question then. We need more. Elizabeth, Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. And Titus jumps in with both feet. We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. Shanky. Then we left him for seagulls, maggots. The small man points of view. And you fucks. Logic success. Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it adds up. All adds up. So we have... how did you manage to overpower him? Where did this overpowering happen? A challenging composure of things aren't quite right here, are they? Or right, I have other questions about the lynching. Okay, what is my 58% chance of success on the composure challenge? I'm going to try it. Here goes. Success! Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but... First, tell me who's solid or who's cracking under the pressure. Who's solid? Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus' right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch, definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. Shanky, this little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Eugene, him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice or whatever he's got there. Who's cracking under the pressure, then? Fat Angus, this one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. So now we have a how did you manage to overpower him? Where did the overpowering happen? Hey you, turn to the big guy. You have trouble breathing over there? There's something you're not telling me. Or right, I have other questions. Well, you having trouble breathing over there, Angus? No, he looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Shanky, of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. Charming, you're friends, are you? Titus, fuck off, Shanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. And more XP. Composure, keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. How did you manage to overpower him? Titus, with numbers, asshole. How do you think? He looks at the woman. You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here. Reaction speed. No, he hasn't. Not yet. Okay, I'm going to go straight to there's something you're not telling me. And fuck you too, Copper, picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. Composure. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet. Well, I have other questions then. Like what, Copper? You murdered him just like that? No remorse? How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them? Encyclopedia, success. Shays Electrique is the method of capital punishment in Rivicol under the Coalition. During the Suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad. Elaine. Or sent them to Reunion to rot for 20 years for life? He says it as if it were worse than dying. And Reunion, what's that? Yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. What we do is different. We enforce the law, you just kill people like it's nothing. Or, honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. I think I am going to go with I was just doing my job. Elaine. Oh, so you're just a simple, well-meaning man, huh? He spits on the ground before him. Ever been in solitary? Prison is torture, that's what it is. Kim, so is hanging a man slowly without breaking his neck, the lieutenant replies dryly. Thank you, Kim. I like you. So, when did this hanging incident occur? Elizabeth, you don't have to answer any of his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. Titus, I know, Lizzie, reacts. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. Okay, so we only have two options here. How long had you known the victim, or understood? Next question. Now, how long had you known the victim? Glenn, known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Shanky, yeah, who do you think we are? Titus, quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? Oh, that's new. Kim, by the Pines cow, you mean the representative for Wild Pines? The lieutenant checks his notes. The shipping company you're striking against? Titus, no, he stresses. I mean, the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. Elizabeth, that's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Okay. I'm still not going to attempt to intimidate Titus because that's going to end up ridiculous. So, who called the shots that night? Elizabeth, are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? Frederick's success. A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. They're called the Hardy Boys, so this is a seriously stupid line of questioning, but still. Let's see. Address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others. Or address Titus. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? And the second one is absolutely ridiculous because they're calling themselves the Hardy Boys, and he is Titus Hardy. So I'm just going to address Elizabeth. That's for the courts in Le Jardin to decide, not for the officer making an arrest, which we all know you won't be. She sounds almost helpful. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report. Kim, no, the lieutenant says calmly. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night. Thank you, Kim. I like you. I really do. I mean, I could threaten to arrest Titus. Or I could conclude. And as much as Kim's prompting is nice and all, I've asked all the questions except threatening Titus, so I'm going to... What are we going to do now? Prove your authority to Titus Hardy. Oh my. Elizabeth, nothing. Her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong. Kim, I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Titus, good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is going to hear from us real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Let's see. Now the options are, I want to talk about the hanging again, a challenging authority, which is establish authority, or to take off. What is this? 8% chance of establishing authority. Oh dear. It is a white challenge, which means that I would be able to attempt it again later. So, who knows? Maybe the RNG will actually be kind for once. Doubtful, but, you know, let's try that 8% chance. Failure. Establish authority. Yes, authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Okay, now we have... First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit. Stomp your feet. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger. Turn to the lieutenant. Kim, I need your gun. Or, that's it? That's all I got? Well, stomping my feet or pointing my finger don't seem like they'll really get me anywhere. Demanding Kim's gun is going to do the exact opposite. That's it? That's all I got? Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results. Conceptualization success. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop. Oh. I guess I'm going to go with stomping my feet then. Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, alright? We took care of it. He repeats, the law handled it, alright? You can't be the law just by declaring that you're the law. That's not how it works. This is why I hate vigilantes. Eugene, yeah, aren't you listening? It's done. Finito. Oh dear. Okay, so now we've got you're not the law, I am the law. Or I guess we're both the law around here if you start to think about it. Or maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not the law after all to yourself. Maybe everyone's been lying to me. No, I'm definitely not going with them declaring themselves the law, so I guess I'm going to have to be the ridiculously cliche, I am the law. Gart. Gart. Okay, cafeteria manager can hear me because I'm yelling. For God's sake, stop shouting, the man behind the counter shouts. Stop breaking things in my establishment. Stop provoking these oafs. They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat. Oh my, so this doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager? Shut up, barman. Or I'm gonna tear your stupid hairy head off, Gart. Well, we've already established multiple times that he's not a barman with him, so, let's just go with this doesn't concern you. Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of... Titus, easy, babes. What is this? Titus spreads his arms, smiling gently. I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing. Kim, we are deep, deep in the farce territory, the lieutenant whispers to you, taking a step closer to the door. We need to cool off and re-engage later. Authority. Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say. Oh no. Well, that ended just about as well as it began. Excellent. And that is saving. Come on. Don't crash. There we go. Okay. Alright, what do we have here? And we have the quest now to prove your authority to Titus Hardy. You have to gain authority in Titus's eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften him up first. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. Look for a witness. Get help from the union boss or the company rep. Tie them to any other crimes? Those are all good suggestions I possibly should have read before trying that 8% chance. Oh well, what's done is done. And speaking of which, let's just get the tag off the done quests. There, that feels better. Okay, and yes, this is what you studied law for, apparently, Elizabeth. Have fun defending vigilantes. It's gonna get you nothing but annoyance and pain. Let's see here. I mean, I could level up my authority, since I have a whole 1 point in that and obviously need more. Good evening, Ezra. How are you doing? I doubt that that's going to be enough to raise my 8% chance far enough for anything to actually happen, though. Good to hear, Ezra. We've just concluded an argument with the Union vigilantes, and I'm about to run away with my tail tucked between my legs as soon as I figure out where to spend this point that I just got for leveling up. Well, I'm not going to try again right away, but I think I will put this point in authority. And then I'm going to go and do some other things that will hopefully raise my authority more before making the attempt again. So. Now I have 2 whole points in authority. And this is updated again because there's more things to retry on the map because of that. Let's see. Physical instrument, pain threshold, interfacing, suggestion, and of course Titus here with the authority. Oh, if you click on them it gives you their character portrait. That's handy. But I'm still not going to try it again right away, because that way lies embarrassment. Kim has not left me yet, and it's possible that he might not. I have made it to day 2, so I'm in Tuesday now. I managed to find a way to pay for my room, and actually last week I got an achievement for getting Kim to trust me completely. So maybe he won't go away? I hope. I mean, we separated for the night, and I went and sat on a bench and stared into space for a while with no result, unfortunately. But, I have not been abandoned. And I mean, I'm stuck in the eternal loading screen right now, but Kim is right by my side. I do wish I knew why the loading screens take so long and sometimes threaten to crash the game. Yes, once I get outside and away from the Union boys, I think I'm going to take a skim through the quests and besides proving my authority to Titus, get the boots, find an armor piece, wait until Wednesday, investigate the doomed commercial area, exploring the secret passages in the whirling, who put the clothes in the trash. That is, I have not found the right person yet. Haven't accessed the harbor yet. Oh, I should call Alice back since I asked her yesterday, and it's wait a day and then call her back. So I'll do that. The victim's tattoos, a reality lowdown. That's finding a rich person. Find the gun. Make some educated guesses on the badge. Figure out who made the call, find booze, and sing karaoke. So there isn't anyone that I specifically need to speak to, but looking at the thing about the doomed commercial area, I am reminded that I unplugged that freezer yesterday. So I think... Actually, I will give the investigation into the number a little bit longer to go. I will go into the basement of the doomed commercial area and see if I can't get into that freezer now. Which puts me into another incredibly long loading screen, which I didn't save before going into, so this could be fun. Okay, here we are. And let's see, the freezer... Yes, this was the freezer I wanted. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer, the ice around it slowly melting. Okay, so let's try to crack open the lid. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. Interfacing success. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. Hand-eye coordination success. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective. Yes, okay, fine. Okay, we'll get the pry bar. Tools. Pry bar. Pry bar in the hand. Okay. No, that's a 3% chance. I still need a stronger pry bar despite leaving this for nearly an entire day thawing. That is unfortunate. Okay, pry bar back out of the hand. And come to think of it... That doesn't feel right. That's better. So, what does that do again? That is Inland Empire, Empathy, but -2 authority. Oh my, that just zilches out my authority entirely, apparently. That is unfortunate. Okay, we'll just leave that be then, since I'm trying to raise my authority or something. And we will save this time. And we'll go back upstairs, and I think we'll check out that secret passage, because last play session, just at the end of Monday, I found a hidden door in the back of the courtyard where the body is. And the best part is I don't need to speak to Kuno if he's still there. Oh. There's someone up on the balcony here. Scratch that. I want to talk to her. Oh no, wait, that's not the hotel balcony. I don't know how to get up there yet. Oh, I want to talk to her though. Oh, hopefully the secret passage will lead me to a way to get there. There's Kuno, still throwing rocks at the corpse because he has nothing better to do. Now see, we found that this doorway had been hidden behind a facade. So, we're going to head in there. Oh, there's all sorts of new stuff in here. And that was also very quick load. I'm very happy. Okay, let's see. An empty tube of Magnesolem magnesium supplement. Which, a magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life. Okay. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. That's a red one. Electrochemistry. Oh yes. Be still my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. Kim. Lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. Rhetoric success. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean. Okay, someone is taking narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear. I was thinking about justice. Or, I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? None of these are subtle. I don't think that subtlety is a possibility with this character anyway, but none of these are subtle. Someone is taking narcotics here. Kim, perhaps not. He looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor. No? A secret path the local kids use. Well, yes, thank you. That went circular. We'll get to that in a moment once I finish with these dots. Cured pig's head. Look, it looks mummified. It also appears to have something written on it, and oh my goodness, this game has a zoom. Oh my goodness, I never even realized that. Look at that. It's an X? Wow. Oh, I wish I'd realized that there was a zoom before. The poster says, get out of the way or get fucked up. Well, that seems an appropriate sentiment. And, let's see. Yes, this would be the ladder that Kim was pointing to. Is there anything else in here? Yes, there is. What are you? You are money. I will absolutely take that. Yes, thank you. Okay. A quick save. And then we are going to head to another loading screen. Yes, I do have very little money. I had due to the damages of the hotel room, there was $100 worth of money that had to be paid for that, and the cafeteria manager, Gart, is now demanding $20 a day prepaid to stay every night. So I had $20.80, and Kim helped me get some more money so that I could pay the $100 damages, but then I ended up paying the $20 that I had to prepay for tonight's stay, so that I still have a room. So now I have $1.20, and that is it. And I doubt I can get to those dots without getting down into the yard, but I don't immediately see a way into the yard. So I'm just going to try talking to this jacket instead. What is happening? Where am I going? This is unexpected. What is going on here? Okay, stop. I went by so much stuff. What is this? Oh, a health potion. I thought I was just going to be looking at the jacket. I didn't expect to be climbing Can I actually go over there? I can, in its own way. This doorway is going to collapse soon. It says as I stand right in the middle of it. Okay, what is this? Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. Okay. Alright, now let's go up and... Okay, oh, we have a bit more cash here, that's good. We'll take that, now I have a whole $2. Oh, that's even more, that's even better. Now we have $3.20. If I'd managed to find a plastic bag, I could grab these bottles and perhaps sell them for money. I don't think I can actually get over there. Not from this side, anyway. Nope, I cannot clamber over that bit of wall, apparently. So we're just gonna have to go this way. Okay, the roof is pretty lucky as far as money goes so far. What's this? A postcard. Okay. I think this is the one we just picked up. This postcard depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In '39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Okay. And apparently there's nothing written on it. I suppose these postcards may well be sale bait. Okay, that's all well and good. Question is that now that I'm up here, what can I do? There must be a way. Perhaps if I go back down. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Well, okay. What about that one? No, I can't quite reach that one. What about this one? Can't quite reach that one. Left with something of a conundrum here. Still, let's... Maybe I can actually speak to the coat from that corner. Oh, I can. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. Perception success. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun, it's a cop's cloak, or the cloak does not concern me at the moment, and leave. It's a cop's cloak. Kim, yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. Okay, I can look around. What exactly are we doing up here? Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump? A savoir-faire medium challenge. Go for the cloak, jump over the ledge, or yeah, not right now. Let's see, that has a 42% chance. It is most likely mine, and it most likely has my badge in it. But before attempting the leap of faith, I think I'm going to look around. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard. Interfacing success. That machine is a fastened 1020 HK. Let's see. Kvaslin 1020 HK, pointed the crane. Motherfucker let out a whistle. Now that's a huge crane. It's just a machine, Lieutenant, like a giant hammer or a pair of pliers. Nothing to see here. Or leave him to his moment of wonder. I'm going to point at the crane. That's a Kvaslin. Kim, is it? He looks at you impressed. Kvaslin makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal even for them. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. He looks at the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind. Alas. Well, here's hoping I don't break a leg. 42% chance, go. Should have saved. Success! As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you, or continue the voyage through the salty air. Continue the voyage through the salty air. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. Kim, I know you could do it, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now. 5 XP for that beautiful jump. With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noises of the harbor rushes back in. I read that wrong. Yonketh. Okay. Let's see here. +1 esprit de corps, +1 shivers. That sounds excellent. I am putting that on. Where do I put that on? How do I put that on? Wait, do I just... There we go. It looks a little odd with these pants, but, does it have pockets? Does it have pocketses? Let's see. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if it weren't for 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. Huh. The signature white rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. 3 bullet holes, you say? That is of concern to me. Okay, what does this say? Collecting rainwater. Yeah, okay. And you know what? F5, and we will head inside here. Because I don't really want to be leaping every time. It would be nice if I could just unlock this door and come and go as I please. There's a lot in here. There is so much in here. Okay. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. I noticed that. It's quite distinct in the headphones. Okay, what do we have here? A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Someone is habitually chilling next to the radio. Okay, that makes sense. Over here, someone left the coffee machine on. How long ago? A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Okay. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Every worker member of the board is... Sorry, every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the files. Below the flyers, the union logo and Demand Democracy. Okay, what else do we have here? We have... Yes, I know that door has a pip, but I'm, just going to deal with this stuff inside before dealing with the door. On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers. Handy. Kim, it's unfortunate for the union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this. Open that drawer. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders. Browse through the folders. Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revicol from the outside world, from Mundi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revicol. Couron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold. Anything interesting? Browse through them. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. This is a Volition Medium Challenge. Force yourself to go through the folders, which has a 42% chance. I am taking many chances tonight, but here goes. 42%! Failure. Look how blurry all the lines on these papers are, how unwieldy your own willpower is to yourself. You're like an absurdist Samaritan monk, focusing through not focusing. Conceptualization success. Well, something succeeded. Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaningful, but aesthetically more pleasing. If I let my eyes go completely out of focus, all shapes start melting into each other. Could I actually focus through not focusing? Or leave the folders alone for now? Well, number one is just truth. You know, if you let your eyes go completely out of focus, you are seeing nothing and everything is just blurred altogether. Can I focus through not focusing? Volition, you're a police officer, not a spiritual healer. You can focus the normal way by turning your attention to something and not letting go. Sure. Leave the folders alone for now. And the volition has gone to a 58% chance. Sure, why not? We'll try it again. Succeeded this time. It only took 2 tries. Whatever is hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer. Alright, well, look at the note. Look at the note. It appears to be a to-do list written in large uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo. Everart's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Walter Everart's plans. Sweep office floor. More banners. Sorry, Walter Everart's plants. That makes a lot more sense than plans. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled. Turn to the lieutenant. Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everard. Or ignore the note. No. Look, Kim. Experience, yay. Kim, Everard Clare, probably, the head of the Debiardes Union. He inspects the note. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here. Logic success. The special borscht seems a little bit odd in the list. Electrochemistry. What's so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood? Take another look at the note then. Take another look. Remember, Leto, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out and the note itself is crumpled. Well, that didn't, Perhaps I should speak to Gart about borscht. Or the cook. The drawer slides shut smoothly. See, now that was handy. And we have something over here. Oh, another postcard. Let's see, the new postcard. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. It's worth $4.50. That is awesome. I need that $20 for tomorrow, since I very much doubt I'm going to get everything solved by Tuesday. Okay, what else have we got in here? We have some neat office shades which give +1 visual calculus but -1 drama. Well, we'll take those. I will get to those in a moment. And we have this here, which is, magnesium for morale. Yes, I will definitely be taking that. I haven't received any blows to my ego of late, but it's only a matter of time, I'm pretty sure, with this game. What else do we have? Yes, well, I should probably... Neat office shades. These were stuffed away in the dockworkers' union office. They're perfect scribbling down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eye. Good for staring down suspects, too. Drama's been weird but vaguely helpful. And my visual calculus checks have all been coming back as successes so far, so... I may wear these later, but I don't think I need them right now. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, this... We have this. Punch clock payphone. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change." This may possibly be where the call about the body was made to the police, but there is no way to find out. I'm not going to make a call at this time. Okay. Now we will save, and we will deal with this pip on the other door as soon as that's done saving. There we go. The door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. Oh. Guess you have no choice but to talk to the union leader. Well, yeah, it appears that we are stuck in here. I'm not really all that upset about it, to be honest. But we are going to save again, and that radio sound is... Oh, what a pity. There is nothing I can do about that radio sound. That is a very annoying sound. And back to a much longer loading screen than I feel like there ought to be. I guess I'm going to have to accept that that blonde lady who was smoking on the other roof is going to be long gone by the time I figure out how to get over there. Oh well, there are other people to find and talk to who aren't Measurehead, and that's awesome. Heck, maybe we'll even get that body down before it rots enough to fall down on its own. And goodness, this is such a long loading screen. We were just over in that other section. Why is this taking so long? Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. we cannot. Okay. Oh, we have a pip. All around you, great machines in quiescence. Ugh. I know that word, but I don't actually know how to say that word because it's one that I learned by reading it. It basically means that the machines are in idle or even turned off, though. So I don't know what this is. Let's. I don't know that this is the way I want to go first, but I do want to check out this pit. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. That's arty. I could go further down, but I really am curious about what more is up here, so I'm going to go this way first. I wish I'd been able to find a plastic bag. I keep finding bottles here. Oh, we have many things here. Okay. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. Okay. So someone hangs around here often. So I'm just gonna, there we go. Take care of a quick save and then check this out. Night Watchman's Booth. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Volition failure. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. So this is where Rene works. I'm going to look around, search the booth, or have a seat and rest. I do wonder what a success would have been here. I'm going to have a look around. If you must, the lieutenant looks around, but please hurry. We're pretty easy to spot up here. Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. Take the picture. Item gained, photo of a happy couple. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, Rene, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She's smiling playfully at the camera. Kim, why did you take the picture of Rene? The lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. Or I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence. Fine, he nods, but let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here. Okay. I agree with Kim. This does seem to be a very exposed spot. Although, unfortunately, there's nothing else here. That's a pity. Okay, there wasn't anything over here. I came too far. Now we go downstairs, now that we've been upstairs. I can't remember if I've actually encountered Rene. Unfortunately, I do not keep an accurate list of all the NPCs that I've spoken to in every game that I've ever played. And here we have a control panel to mess around with, which I'm going to leave alone just for the moment so that I can check out this pip up here. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform, Kvasland. Kvasland means whale ford in Arden. I'm not sure how that will be useful, but oh, there we go. A little more change to add to the little change pile. Oh, that reminds me. I did pick up that photo. Let's see here. Photo of a happy couple. A black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, a very steady hand has written the words, Revicol Fair, Summer of 91. Okay. Well, that is what to do up here. So, back down the stairs. A quick save. Come on, you can do it. Why are you threatening to crash over this quick save? And a control panel. A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Allumer and Éteindre are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Encyclopedia success. Allumer on, Éteindre off. I'm probably not pronouncing these right, but I'm hoping in the myriad of ways I'm probably going to say them, I'll get at least one of them right. Press on. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air. Oh. I have made good choices. Oh, my curiosity shall be rewarded soon. Okay, continue. And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. Interfacing success. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again now that its purpose has been fulfilled. Its purpose? What do you mean? Or understood. Let's get back to the panel. Okay, interfacing, what do you mean? Moving this container, of course. For this purpose, it was built. For this purpose, it has acted. And now it will rest. Kim, I can't see how that was worth the ruckus. He looks at the crate, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying. Okay, turn it off. We are conscious. We are. The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all. Well, it shouldn't. All right. I am very pleased with my decisions here. Because now I get to investigate a crate. Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard. Kim, I think there's something about this container, or leave the container alone. I am absolutely not going to leave this container alone. What are you thinking? You do? Because I don't. Wait, why not? There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one? It was hanging from the crane I don't know, Kim. It just feels special. Maybe there's contraband in there. Or you're right, it's probably nothing. It was hanging from the crane. It was hanging from the turned off crane in the air. You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. No, I wanted to interact with the crane. The cargo container was it was a side benefit. We're not here to interact with containers. We're here to get the body down from the tree. Knock on the door, open the door, or nothing more to do here for now. I am opening it. Open that door. You attempt to turn the handle to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. Knock on it then. Obviously not. Perception. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container. So why was this container left suspended from the turned off crane when the dock workers left? There is something in there. I am certain that there is something in there. I am certain that there is something interesting in there. Or useful. Or possibly, hopefully both. Okay, so continuing on this way, it seems to be the... Oh, what do we have here? The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Yes, everything is turned off. Because the dock workers are striking. The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard. There was more to that, but it was well off the edge of the screen, and I have no idea what it was. And I don't get the pip back, so it is gone forever. Oh, wait. Hold up. If I just keep collecting change at this rate for the entire of the Tuesday in this game, I may well have the 20 by the time it's time to go to bed. You know, if we ever actually make it out of this place. Oh. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. And what do we have here? Many clicking noises and no results. Interesting. Is this something to use the pry bar on? Pry bar into the hand. Ah, it's turned blue now. Let's just quick save. Fallen Ultra Series gloves. Gives +1 half-light. Let's see here. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Fallen Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Half-light is unfiltered contact? Hold up, let's go over here. Let's see, there was something here for half-light, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Ah, there we are. Let the body take control. Threaten people. I may well switch to those from the gloves that I have now, because the electrochemistry one has really gotten me in nothing but trouble so far. So sure, let's try wearing these gloves. And while we're in here, we might as well unequip the pry bar. These go much better with my cloak, actually, visually speaking. Alright, so what else do we have here? We can go this way. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Oh, and more cash. That's handy. Thank you very much, game. And what are these? More change. It'll do me good. And a person. Can I yell at him across this gap? Oh, why are you burbling at me now? Sing soon, oh soon, the green is gone as everything is red. Okay, what's this? The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow, white waves on red. Okay.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
Okay. Conceptualization success. The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. Oh, that was a medium? Oh dear. Encyclopedia success. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From the vanishing peninsula of Ubi Sunt, sick on Monday. That's spelled incorrectly.
Container, used to be Walpines. Container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. Yell hi at him, or do not interrupt the little man in his joyous activity. So, is this associated with the dock strike in some way, or is there a power grab while nobody's looking? Hi!
Everett, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people in scabs, or actually I am, yes. What is it with you and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Okay. You're Ubi, right? What are you doing with the containers? Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Do you work here? Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? What's in that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm. I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union, or okay, I'm off and just leave. Oh my goodness. Where is everyone? The harbor is empty. Oh, most of the guys are down to the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans in with a confidential look. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now. 2 months! Oh my goodness. Kim, so no one is working? Not everyone is down there, of course, he chuckles. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is, and Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble, and Everard sent them on a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into? Got it, but there were other things I needed to discuss. No. What trouble did they get into? What trouble? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. He smiles and leans closer. He is going to fall into the gap if he leans anymore. Him and his boys stirred something up in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off. But what did they actually do? Really? Did they kill someone? Or I have another question. But what did they actually do? 5 experience. I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. Another chuckle. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school. Kim. Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the Hardys. He looks to you for assistance. Rhetoric success. Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. Too rowdy? Leo, what kind of a fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Or, okay, Leo, let's hear about this fight you got into. I'm gonna have to agree with Kim on this one. Too rowdy? Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving and words are spewing forth. Words, and look, even more words. This guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who, no, he's already switched to a priced fishing rod he apparently owned at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your own questions. Yeah. What are you doing with the containers? Oh, I'm just making some covers for the containers here. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them. He waves the containers towering behind him. Logic, an easy challenge. What's going on here? Look at the mountains of containers rising behind him. Or, sure, let me ask you about something else. This has a 97% chance of success, so watch me hit the 3% when I press this button. Ah, success! The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. Conceptualization success. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core. Perception sight success. There appear to be cisterns underneath the Union container covers. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? What is underneath these red covers? Or, thanks, Leo, you've been helpful. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? No, not really. He shrugs and continues merrily. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone. What is underneath these red covers? Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some chemicals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Chemicals. This looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Kim, yes, they're hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarges Union logo on them. Interesting. Thanks, Leo. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all, the guy affirms merrily. 5 XP for noticing that. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners? Oh, yes, yes, he replies excitedly. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. What was that about the borscht? Or cool, another question then. No. What was that about the borscht? Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. The little guy chuckles merrily. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. He shakes his head with a wide smile. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renaudin's boar dogs every time the lunch is done. There is something in the soup. Possibly those amphetamines that I found in the shed. What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking? Or, thanks, Leo, another question. What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Yes, I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. I'm going to have to switch gloves and harass that cook so much. Hold up, who makes it at the whirling? Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. Accept the task. Or that's it, I just wanted to know who wrote the note. Refuse the task. Who makes it at the whirling? Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. I am absolutely going to accept this task. Well, I don't think I have a choice. There's no way out of this yard until I find somebody officially enough to unlock the door. Something is off about this borscht. I'm going to look into it. I will. And I'm going to wear my electrochemistry gloves while I do. Oh, sure, mister, sure. The little guy nods. You do that. Yes, sir. Compose your success. He doesn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along. Good. Okay. What's in that container over there? I want to know. Oh, that one. He looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Kim, told you. I still don't think it is. You know what? You're Ubi, right? Oh yes, born and raised in Irash, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I came from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. From Kim. And just because I'm curious what he's going to answer, I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union. Oh, you want Mr. Rivart, then. He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. He coughs, then continues immediately. Guys like Mr. Rivart and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Rivart and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys. Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man. Oh, Mr. Rivart is here where he always is, in his office, of course. He points to the 2 joint containers on your right. And it's the only thing I haven't asked, so do you work here? Yes, everybody needs a job and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way, Leonard Bellick, but everybody calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. I'm like Mr. Everart's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everart is away. He chuckles. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. A good-hearted chuckle again. Who is this Miss Beaufort? The lieutenant looks up at Leo. A real pretty lady is with a skin like those dew and sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down besides the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Okay. Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Or, yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the boss man's shoes, Leo. That one's just mean, and I'm not going to do it. I want to know more about this Miss Beaufort, so... Oh, Lizzie? She's a real sharp tool. Mr. Everard put her through some fancy school and everything east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back she was all fancy and lawyerly. Oh, it's Elizabeth. It's lawyer Elizabeth down at the hotel with the guys who confessed to murder. Rhetoric success. He respects that word. That's obvious. Leo, but she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. Oh, and she hates us. He goes on, if me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Being a doctor for almost 50 years, she has. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Logic success. Law school? Could he be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener? Okay, so this is the union fixer, the gardener? Or another question, Leo. I don't see how he would know, and it doesn't seem like a question that I would actually want him to try to answer. So, another question, Leo. Yes, sure, I'm glad to answer. His benevolent eyes are looking into yours. And that is everything. I have asked him everything. Okay, I'm off. Bye-bye now. He returns to his work. Oh, it's so nice to meet someone who is actually, completely and genuinely nice to me. That's so rare in this game. Everyone else has been, chemically altered and stuff. Okay, and there is a doorway here. So, since it is just after midnight, which is supposed to be my stopping time, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through this door and then save off on the other side so that the first thing that I do next week will not be go through a loading screen in front of everybody. So, instead we go through the loading screen as the last thing tonight, which I think is possibly a slightly better thing. It's really hard to say. But yeah, there are many questions, like, Now that Elizabeth is not pretending to be a slightly absent gardener, she is very cold and a little frightening, so it is vaguely possible that she is the scary lady who bought my gun from the pawn shop. But something tells me that that is unlikely. Even if she has been watching my movements, I can't think of any good reason why she would want to buy my gun, except on the fact that, you know, it denies me my own gun. In any case, well, let's just hit up this pip here. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm, and I can just faintly hear the sound of someone typing. So this is probably a Vart over here, and that is going to be a gigantic dialogue tree that I do not want to get into right at the end of the stream, but which sounds excellent for the beginning of next week's stream. So, we are going to save the game full and proper here, instead of constantly quick saving as I have been this evening. There we go. And we will call it a night here. I have made some progress, but I feel like I've taken several steps back. I now know exactly who committed the murder, but I can't arrest them because I'm not willing to attempt to intimidate a guy in front of his lawyer. Because I can't see any scenario where that goes well for me. So most of what I have to do is just that's okay, Ezra. You can always go back and rewatch. And of course, everybody can go back and rewatch. Previous sessions of the Disco Elysium are available on my YouTube channel, especially the ones that aren't on Twitch anymore, since it only saves about 2.5 weeks worth at best, since I am not an affiliate yet. And am a fair distance away from that, so it could be some time. But all of the previous episodes are there, and I even made a nice playlist to keep them all together and hopefully in order. And new videos get updated every Friday on that. And continuing onwards, I will be back on Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, where I will be playing Among Us with a bunch of my writer friends, where we will gleefully or not murder each other and try to get away with it. I had a couple of really good imposter games last week, and hopefully I will not be punished by being constantly thrown out of an airlock this upcoming week. We shall see. And then I will be back again after that on Thursday, where I will be playing Oxygen Not Included on Try Not to Die Thursday, starting at 7:30 Eastern Time, where I will be continuing to expand my base and also trying to get at those areas with the secrets and lore that I spotted in the last couple of sessions that I still haven't been able to get to because I was dealing with the power issues. And Disco Elysium will be back next week on Sunday, starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, where I am apparently going to be speaking to whomever it is who is typing over in the other room that I just entered there. And that is everything that is going to be going on. And I hope that everyone will join me for those and all that. And I hope that everyone had an interesting time with Disco Elysium tonight. I'm sure I know that I did, and I hope everyone else did. And I hope that your night is great in the beginning of your week. And good night.